Hey guys, Gaslands here. Why the fuck do I keep saying Gaslands here? Like you probably know it because I have that long intro with that long take on my name. Oh, whatever. And today I have decided to perhaps trigger some people. Well, because I'm going to talk about vanilla. Why do I want to talk about vanilla? Well, because it's frequently discussed topic and I think that I have encountered my opinion, like the one that you will hear pretty soon. So let's get into it. Why I think Vanilla WoW won't be successful? You know, the thing is that when I hear everyone talking about Vanilla, because I have not played Vanilla, what I hear is that the game was hard. Yeah, pretty much, because it was like the first experiment with this type of game ever done, or like the first type of this game on this scale as WoW is. So definitely it was hard, it was optimized, and it had those problems. But now the game is hard, like in different way, but the difficulty is pretty much still the same. Okay, then I hear like a nostalgic talk. Of course, it like nostalgic talk. It's 15 years ago, almost 15 years. Like, of course that you will be nostalgic and you will have like those pink glasses about what was going on because you basically spent the best time of your life that was going on back then playing Vanilla WoW. So you will definitely like have these good memories of it. And then what I really hear people talk about is the community. So let's discuss these topics slightly. You know, when it comes to difficulty, that game was not hard by its mechanics. The mechanics were actually pretty simple when you are looking at those mechanics in raids and in the outside world now. You are like, what the fuck? That was easy? Like, the bosses did almost nothing, and rotations of classes was like one button, maybe two. So yeah, like the game was not hard like in this manner. What what was hard about the game was that the bosses were overtuned, the mobs were overtuned, the gear was like what the fuck? Like really? Not plate armor, but warrior set with spirit. Really? Come on. Come on! It definitely had that RPG feel to it, that like you stood out and did something and you got a completely useless piece of shit that but you had to wear it because it gave you the set bonus and all that kind of stuff. And like it's funny when I think about it, and but nah. It's not like what I would imagine it to be, or how to like yeah, like it's not something that I would like to be going on in modern WoW, and it's definitely like not one of those things why I will try vanilla. Then the topic another I've talked about was the nostalgic feel, that you remember only the good things. Which is, by the way, how human brain works. Eventually you forget the bad shit and you remember only the good things. So that's not something offensive, that's just you will not feel what you remember, or maybe you will not even feel what you felt back then, because like back then you felt that amaze, that awe of the new game, of the something that you have never seen before, and it was like holy shit, because like yeah, that's what the game was. It was a holy shit. I still remember when I first logged into the game, and yeah, it was the Wrath of the Lich King on the private server, which was bugged as fuck, but it was pretty working. Like, it was working, but it was still bugged as fuck. Yeah, but, and, fuck, the moment I made my first Blood Elf Warlock, which I have abandoned at level 25, I think it was 25. Yeah, in Hillsborough Furious, because I went in the fucking bad zone. Holy shit, I was just like, it felt like I was hitting a brick wall with my head. Yeah, like I still remember that feel when I logged first into the game and I was like, holy fuck, hey, undead are here, and what are those guys up to? Oh, they're creating weapon of mass destruction, maybe I should stay away from them. Well, like, that was awesome, but that feel will not come back, because you have already felt that feel of a new game. Right now, you will be, when you will play the vanilla, you will sit there in like, oh, that was a good time when I did it for the first time. Oh, I remember when this was happening, and like, oh, that's. It's not the same as you came to the new game first. Yeah, it's like, I know I'm probably going to use a fucking bad comparison, but it's like whenever I log into Minecraft. Because yes, from time to time I play Minecraft. And every time I download a new mode, and every time I'm like, holy shit, that's so fucking awesome. And then I like, those gears in my head start spinning and start remembering everything from the basic Minecraft, and like, fuck. It was nice when I did it for the first time, it was nice for the first 10 minutes, I've been doing it with this mode, but fuck! I've already done this, why am I doing this again? So probably this will happen as well with the vanilla. And then another point I've mentioned, and it's pretty significant, is that community. And ladies and gentlemen, face it, that will never come back. Because back when vanilla was like current content, when the game was new, people had no fucking idea what is going on. And eventually they were forced to bind together. There was nothing like WoW had. There was not as many things as add-ons. Like some of the add-ons, if I remember correctly, all of these vanilla videos and all of those talks, there were some add-ons, but nothing that major. Like that stupid quest in Addons with that, like, we're supposed to fight the dead corpse with that Tauren. What the fuck? Like, with some kind of add-on we have nowadays, it would be done like this. Like, of course, it would be 20 minutes to the corpse and 20 minutes back. Yeah. And I bet my ass that this type of add-ons will be created for vanilla. So it will not be that troll fiesta, like that meme land that became Barons, for example. Yeah, or there will not happen those things that, for example, Nixon talked about back then when like he started to play the vanilla and he went to his first dungeon, because that video, that talk of his was fucking great, and I highly recommend you to check that. I will probably put a link in the description if I manage to find that video. And like he talked there about that, like he banded together with a group of people and they went into dead mines, I think it was, or wailing caverns, and like he had to figure out what the CC is and how to use it, and he was like shipping everything and all that kind of stuff. But like, people know that. Currently, we know what CC is. It's, although it's not that used in PvE anymore, we know what CC is. It's something that we will probably do automatically, or after one or two vibes, that we will be like, hey, CC that count and that one, and like, bring it on. And the community, like itself, when people were like banding together and talking and making friends, like on that scale as it was in the original vanilla, it will not come back. It cannot come back, because we have managed to figure out many things. And back when vanilla was out, the internet was still kinda a new thing, and people were still kinda naive. But now, people are destroyed, broken. There is no hope on the internet. Like, it will simply fuck off. Yeah, like, maybe there will be some people like trying to be all that nice and talkative and slightly doing that RP even on non-RP servers and all that kind of things, but eventually people will remember what the current WoW is, a toxic shit show, and they will, if nothing else, refuse to speak because of the fear that it will turn into a toxic shit show, or maybe people will band together for a quest, I will speak for a second, and then they will be like, okay, have a nice day, bye, and like, never meet again. So community will also not come back. And now, don't get me wrong, I don't think that vanilla will suck or something, because I think that it will be successful in a way. First of all, it will shut all of those who yell that WoW is dead and vanilla was the best expansion. By the way, it was not expansion technically, it was the basic game, but whatever. And then it will have an insane spark of players at the start. Many people will play for nostalgia, then the people from the vanilla private servers will come to Offie, and like there will be there like speedrunning their way to level 60 and farming those dungeons and farming that gold. And I wonder when they will realize that it's like nope, that it's not the best idea that they could, the best thing that they are replaying the same game over and over and over again. Whatever. Then there will be an insane spark of people who want to try that game, me included, because I simply want to see what leveling a priest was back then, because I've heard that it was fucking insane and almost undoable thing. So that's something that I want to try out. But like when people try that things and either get bored of it, because like many of us remember the old dungeons, the pre-kata dungeons, and we remember them pretty well. Some zones have not changed at all since vanilla, although it's pretty much... Well, I take that statement back, because when I'm like going through my memory, I think every zone has changes in Cataclysm. So don't quote me on that. Actually, I'm sorry that I said something bad. But like eventually people will get bored, because we will all see the flaws that vanilla had, and I'm not talking about glitches and bugs, because come on, glitches belong into WoW. That's what makes that game what it is. And I'm talking about that slow gameplay when nothing actually happens and the rotations are usually 1 or 2 buttons, and people will get bored of it and they will remember why they were so happy when TBC came in. And eventually many people will return back to current WoW. But I'm not saying that the vanilla will die out, definitely not. There will still be that core of players which played on the privates, on the glitchy, buggy, not working privates, and they will come to Blizzard servers and they will be like, holy shit, this is like a whole new game! And it will be pretty much working, and then there will be those people who have those fond memories, but they went on in WoW and they will be like, hey, I actually like this slow-paced game more than that insane fucking whatever the game is now, and they will play it basically from the beginning, because we can kinda assume that Blizzard will eventually move into TBC and Wrath and Kata and Pandaria and all that kind of stuff, and maybe they will start a WoW too, but that's a speculation for another video. And yeah, so eventually there will be a core of players that will proceed to vanilla, and it will move on this core of players, and it will go and go and go. But it will not be as insane as some people think. Like, I have encountered on forums and Facebook and on my few ways to Twitter, I have encountered many people saying that vanilla will kill like Battle for Azeroth or the expansion after that, because it depends when vanilla will come out. But it will not, ladies and gentlemen, face it, it will never kill the modern WoW. I'm not saying that it's because the modern WoW is casual. Like, okay, modern WoW is definitely aimed for a wider audience, but those guys saying that the modern WoW is for casuals, it's good on forums when they have those links to their accounts, when you can check their achievements, and you eventually find out that they don't have even ahead of the curve. And yet, they yell that WoW is for casuals, that it's not what it used to be back in the days. And it's actually funniest when you hear them yelling that the Wrath of the Lich King was 10 times harder than the current WoW, and I don't think so. Because when you look at the Wrath of the Lich King, there wasn't that many bosses like that were actually difficult. How the fuck did I manage to get from vanilla talk about into like a Wrath of the Lich King talk? Whatever. So to summarize my rambling, vanilla will have insane spark of players at the start. Then it will fall off slowly, and then it will stop falling on that core of players which will go on. And eventually, even that core of players will remember why they were so happy when TBC came out. And with this kinda, I hope, neutral, but still kinda unpopular opinion about Vanilla WoW, I think that I am done for today. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have liked this video, give it a like. If you have disliked this video, give it a dislike, and use the comment section down below to tell me what exactly you did not like. I guess that it will be either my big nose, this thing on my head, or actually maybe my opinion about Vanilla, that I say that it will not kill current WoW, or it will basically like be boring and sucky and all that kind of stuff. And then of course feel free to use the comment section below to tell me your own opinion about Vanilla and what you think, and are you going to play that or not. And yeah, if you want to support my channel, feel free to share this video, share any of my other videos, share the link to my channel, and share it whenever you can. Then if you have disliked my opinion about Vanilla, or my face, or my voice, or my fucking parrots which are going fucking nuts today, like if they were on cocaine, then feel free to take this video, or any of my other videos, or even a link to my channel, and put it on your Facebook, Twitter, Discord, or maybe even on your YouTube channel, and say, hey guys, come and hate this fucker, he's fucking terrible and idiot, and whatever you can, or you can think about. Okay, then, if I somehow impressed you and you want to support me kinda directly, then feel free to head to my Patreon, the link will be in the description. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything I wanted to say to you today. So thank you for watching, have a nice day, and bye bye.